Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Brave New World as the Shoshone. We have some decisions to make, starting with what technology we should research next. We have some interesting choices here and interesting advice. I don't often spend a lot of time looking at these, but I just think it's funny that our military advisor suggests banking. Our science advisor suggests gunpowder. And our economic advisor recommends machinery so we can build crossbows. Just seems like somehow things are a little bit shuffled there. At any rate, we're going to take banking because I really haven't been happy with our gold situation for most of the game. And right now, at +3, that is no exception. Admittedly, I am hoping that when we launch our first cargo ship, and hopefully a second one after that, we'll get out there, we'll open up some international trade routes with other civilizations. You know, maybe we'll get some more gold coming in. But the reality is we don't really know what that's going to generate for us. So, and it's also going to take a while. So it's foolish to just put all of our hopes on that. Banking is a solid choice, and so we made it. All right. Let's take a look at the production for Agaidika. Okay, so we have a few suspects. A workshop is almost always a good idea. A harbor is sadly useless off of this particular body of water, so we're not going to fool with that. I'm actually pretty tempted to take a garden here. You know, we're starting to learn a little bit about how tourism and culture works. So the whole thing is we have to generate great artists. And, you know, that's going to develop the great works of art that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and take a garden because my fear is I probably should have built things like the Writers Guild some time ago. And we've been putting that off in favor of other things that, you know, in fairness, they all seemed important. Even now, I'm not sure what I would put off instead. But we probably could have, you know, squeezed 4 or 5 turns in there somewhere to go ahead and build the Writers Guild and start the process of creating these works of art. We may have kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball with other civilizations getting a jump on us. But we'll see. We're going to try to make up for it now. So now we have a worker with nothing to do. And not a whole lot of likely places to send him unless we want to start swapping farms for trading posts. You know, that is one way to go. All right, well, here's something we need to do. Let's go ahead and improve this deer camp. God only knows how long that's been sitting there. The world's most wonderful people. I don't think it's any shock Pedro is on this list. How do we have 0 when we have in fact built wonders? I mean, am I crazy? We have wonders. Huh. All right, well. No point stressing about it, it's just a list. We have completed Circus Maximus, which, by the way, is strangely like a wonder for a city that, or an entire civilization that has none. Okay, I mentioned the guilds. We can build an artist guild right now. And I don't think any of these things are so pressing that there's a reason to put that off. What does this do, by the way? Trade routes. Other... Oh my God. The cost goes up the more cities there are in the empire. Trade routes other players make to a city with an East India Company will generate an extra 4 gold for the city owner. And the trade route owner gains an additional 2 gold. Okay. You know, if I sit here for another half hour, I'm actually going to figure out how this benefits me. Maybe. So, if I have an East India Company in Mosan and somebody like Pedro sets it up with me, I get 4 extra gold and he gets 2. All right. So I'm helping him a little and I'm helping me more. I mean, I'm happy to get the 4, don't get me wrong. But I think, even though I do really want to increase my gold, I think I'm going to just go ahead. What did I say just minutes ago? That we kept finding different things that were more important than to work these guilds and to start creating these artists and stuff. Well, the thing is, that's a victory condition, and it happens to be the victory condition that if we can, I'd like to choose, you know, to take that route. So gold is good and all that, but gold is not a victory condition. So we're going to go ahead and just build that guild and see what happens. And we've built our trading post here. Boy, we are truly thin on places to go to do improved tiles at this point. And I guess here we'll go ahead and build a mine. We could get some pretty good production out of this if they have enough food to support themselves. Okay, so I said why I was going to build an artist guild first. We did that. But here's the thing. If I build East India Trading Company here, who is going to be trading with this city? Nobody. So I guess if we're going to build it, we really need to build it here or in Bratislava, because we're going to have trade going through there for sure. All right, so that's out. What do these things do for us? 25% great people generation in this city and +1 culture. Well, that's not bad, is it? So I need to remember I'm going here. I built the observatory. That's good. That'll help our science. Okay, we're going to... do I want a greenery? I'm actually gonna go for the epic. So we're gonna go from having done virtually nothing to spawn great people to now we're gonna try to spam these bastards like there's no tomorrow. That's the plan. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Well, I don't like that. I have fallen to 5th place in these rankings. We were in the top half this whole time. A barbarian encampment? Are you kidding me? It's spawning now? Alright. Well, that's alright. It'll give my long swordsman something to do. And as long as he's going, his little composite bowman buddy will go along for the trek. Okay, that's not too scary. We have a cargo ship. What the heck? Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. I can't explore with this stupid thing. Oh, that is perfect. So we have to send another ship out. And once we have explored with that ship, then we can do this just like the caravan. See, I suppose I could have figured that out, but it just didn't occur to me. I thought, it's a ship. It goes where ships go. And I thought you had to come within range of the other civilization. And then you would be able to form a trade route. Well, that is not, in fact, how it works. Good to know, I think. It would have been better to know it earlier. Wow. So, this is kind of lousy because the fastest thing to build, as far as how long it takes, is the galleass. Its move is only 3. We really want a caravel. If we're going to build a ship, that's what we want. What's it going to cost to buy? Because I don't want to turn this into a 6-month job. Okay, well, 600 gold is a lot. You know, for us right now, that is a whole lot. But I said before that I genuinely believe you should spend your gold when you really need it. I think this is one of those cases where we got to get going on this. We just cannot sit here forever on our little island and not interact with these other civilizations and explore and, you know, all of that. And we got to get this trade thing going. So hopefully we're going to make that 600 back with interest once this cargo ship gets out there. Okay, so look, having done that, now we can build something else. I'm kind of thinking about a barracks just so that we could do a national epic. But honestly, what I'd really like to build here is East India Company, but I'm not doing that right now with their production. So horrible. If only they had sea resources. Jeez, I wish they did. Okay, we're going to build a watermill because they are in pretty serious need of more production. And, you know, that'll do that. And it'll also help them grow faster. So, done deal.
Shuraye mate dane akarp shu. Gergina kaya ana amarutalik.
Okay.
Eshame.
It is time to make some new friends.
Magia.
Okay, good deal. Let's push our luck.
Eshame.
What else can we get out of him? Okay, I'm good with this. If he'll go ivory for, say, silver.
Tabish.
Awesome. Dabish. Goodbye, my friend.
Ja, Kazimierz Wielki. Witam cię na ziemiach Wielkiego Królestwa Polskiego. Mów dalej.
Before I do that, let's accept embassies.
porządku.
Okay, good deal. And now
Słucham?
he has citrus. And I remember Bratislava wanted citrus. So we're going to, I think, have another
Porządku.
We Love the King Day. Okay, goodbye.
Benvenuto a Venezia. Sol doge Enrico Dando.
That's beautiful. Okay,
Veni
except
vanti.
embassy. Okay, he has pearls, but I don't think we have anything left. Yeah. Nothing unique. I mean, I could offer him horses. Well, let's not muddy the waters. Let's just go for the embassy.
Benissimo.
And
Veni vanti.
there we go. I'm just going to try it. I mean, I don't see any harm in it, right? Yeah.
No.
Not too shocking. And I would offer him gold per turn, but we can't afford it. That's fine.
Hangatak tokito, hinarpakan mahawiryo, kata modo. Ring no swan toro.
Yes, indeed.
Babarno.
Okay. Wow, does he just have literally no resources?
Rahayo to.
Goodbye, sir.
Mina ngingushaka wakwaZulu. Ngiyinsizwa yamabutho. Ungakusho okufanayo nawe?
Oh, he's chatty.
Ubusasho.
Look at all that cotton. If only I could trade. Well, let's do embassies, buddy.
Ngempela.
Okay. Is that everybody? It is. All right. So, interesting. I have to admit, I didn't necessarily think it would be this early. 1440. That seems early to me, but what do I know? Okay. We need to attack some barbarians. So I will go ahead and soften them up. And having done that, it's time to take them out. Yeah. And let's see. We were going to build a mine here. Huh. I was just wondering. You know what? We don't need to build a mine because it's too far away from any of our cities to be worked. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe that was not the absolute best. I could come down here and work these, but I already have a worker there. So I guess the question then is... Oh, man. Yeah, like, come down here. Maybe start here. Sure. I have to admit, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so we know... let's look at this logically. So Poland is on top. Wow. And Shaka is almost at the bottom. I don't know if you'll recall, but in an earlier episode, I said that the Zulu were my number one suspect for the civilization that was kind of running away with things. And quite the opposite. I mean, he's gotten hammered down. So, yeah, Poland. There you go, man. No respect, but they got it done. Now, what I was going to try to figure out really quickly is to try to head towards somebody that would be a good trading partner. But given what we saw with how caravans worked, I'm wondering if I should just go to the closest. Because I don't think that we're going to even be able to establish a trade route otherwise. I'm actually a little worried that we won't be able to do it with anybody, that even the closest will be too far, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going to war, thanks. He wants to war with the one guy who's just a hair weaker than him. Okay, let's go ahead and move over here. And you can keep moving up. Man, to actually expose some of this fog of war, that's amazing. We finished our Artist Guild. Awesome. I'm really tempted to build East India Company. I really am. Yeah, you know, I just realized it's not like it's unique. It's not like if I build it here, I can't build it somewhere else. I guess that's what I was half thinking for a second. So yeah, forget that. We're going to build this. We're going to get some extra gold. And it's good times. Oh yeah, so there's the We Love the King Day for our acquisition of citrus. Because a day without oranges, what is it? A day without orange juice is like a day without sunshine. Okay, we don't need the cargo ship. So, Enrico Dandalo. Now, if I remember right, that was Venice. He's the one who edged in front of me.
Happiness. A good bank account, a good cook, and a good digestion.
Okay, we're going to take the camp. That may be like the fastest I've ever seen a camp kind of come up and then just be gone. And I don't see any point in hanging around. We're not going to be able to do... Well, actually... yeah, we already did the move this turn. So, you can chill out. We have accumulated enough culture to adopt our new policy. So, we have to pick which branch we want to go down. We can construct monuments, amphitheaters, opera houses, museums, and broadcast towers 50% faster, which will lead... Oh, we need both of them to do this, though. 50% of excess happiness added each turn to the amount of culture that may be spent on social policies. That sounds pretty good when I'm at +9, doesn't it? I actually really like both of these. But here's what I'm thinking. This one may help us get to this one quicker. While this one will just... Oh, actually, it'll do the same thing, won't it? If I build more amphitheaters, opera houses, we'll have more culture, and we'll get to this one quicker. So I guess it doesn't really matter. I would have to know which of these things we're going to be able to get more culture out of. And I don't know. Right now, we're going to get like 4 per turn. 4 per turn total. I'm going to take this, perhaps foolishly. Actually, yeah. Now that I've done it, I'm almost sure that's the wrong one to take. But, you know, why make that choice an exception? I'm going to take gunpowder, and I'll tell you why. It actually is not because I care about anything here. I really am interested in getting chemistry, and not for the cannon, but look at these other things. So I get +1 production from my manufactory. Mine productions, and we have a lot of mines, yield 1 more production. And quarry production, we have 1,000,000 quarries, also yield +1 production. So I kind of want to open that up. Okay, what else have we got? We need to choose production here. We finished our garden. And I'm actually thinking bank. And it's kind of slow, and I don't like that, but you know, that's why we went into banking, because we need more gold. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, amphitheaters would be good too. Okay, actually, since we did pick a bank there, I mean, it's okay. We'll kind of alternate through these, because this is a big priority too. My disagreements with Shaka have become too much to bear. This is a situation that can only be resolved on the battlefield. I like that. Will you join me, friend? And he's neutral to me. You know what? I will tell you, Casimir, I really don't have any interest whatsoever in this. And I think it's kind of pathetic that the most powerful civilization needs to ask me for help to deal with one of the very weakest. You know, you got a problem with them, man, just do it. I mean, Pedro is ranked way above me. And I'll tell you right now that if I felt like I had a reason to do it, I would just smoke him right now. And I wouldn't be having to beg everybody for help. So if he can't do that, bad on him. All right. Enough tough talk. Let's come down here and work on a mine. And we were going to improve this tile. You know, I actually think I'm going to build a trading post. That's kind of an interesting tile at that point because it's got one of each of the three. So the camp is done. That's not a bad thing. And, jeez. Is there anything at all for him to do? This guy is going to go over here. Yeah, you know what? I'm so tempted to just disband him. Composite bowman. And you know what? I'm actually going to leave him where he's at. Oh, a missionary. That's interesting. Wait a minute. I just God. I just realized. So before, I wanted to use this thing and I couldn't because we didn't have any of those cities on our radar. Now, ever since the World Congress, I think when I click on this button, I'm going to find all those cities. So I could have done this at any time, but because I still was just, I had this notion stuck in my head that I needed to go there, I didn't do it. Okay, so we don't have all of them available. I see what's going on. It is distance-based, and the two that are close enough to do something about it are Lisbon and Venice. And it looks like Lisbon is the better choice. Yeah. We're only getting technology on one leg, no matter which way we do it. And we're getting more gold, one more gold. So, yeah, All right, Lisbon. It's also better than Salvador. Well, yes, it is better. Well, so for gold, I just noticed this is pretty asymmetrical. It's slightly worse on the way, but it's much better coming back. God, all that. You're kidding me. So I waited so we could see another civilization. And it turns out that our best trading partner is the boy next door. Okay. I mean, who might argue? So the only thing I don't like about that is does it make any diplomatic difference? Do you form more of a friendly relationship, people, if you have trade routes? So they want incense, and these guys want spices. And meanwhile, of course, Venice publicly denounced the Zulus. Okay, so when we moved Tito Harsky to Rio, we did it as a diplomat instead of a spy. And I did that because we wanted to see, how this new mechanic of the diplomat worked. And I'm prepared to say that in the early game, it's a strictly worse spy, almost. So here's what I'm thinking is, actually, before I do this, let's go to demographics. And the number one literacy is Poland. So what I want to do is move to Warsaw as a spy. And what we're going to try to do is pick up some free technologies. Now, I am not one who would ever advocate spying, don't get me wrong. But if she's there and, maybe she happens to be wandering by a lab, people are talking, you don't know. You don't know what she could learn. I'm just saying, things happen. All right, so this is fine. It was sort of a wasted trip in the sense of what I was originally thinking, but it isn't because we need to start exploring this map. So I see they're up to pikemen now. Oh, that's right. Actually, they had a pikeman, one of the camps we destroyed earlier. Look at that. It's almost like we were trying to generate great people. Creativity abounds in your civilization. If you're attempting a culture victory, you may want to create a great work of writing to generate tourism for your civilization. The more tourism you generate, the better your chances of winning a culture victory. Okay, I'm pretty good with that. And we are, in fact, going to try to generate a great work. But what we are not going to do is pursue that in this installment. We're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.